August was not Sonny Gray's best month of his young career, but he ended on a high note. Sonny pitched a fantastic game in Anaheim. Everything was working for the young right-hander as he struck out 6 Angels. Tonight, Sonny squares off against a young left-hander of the Mariners, James Paxton. The 25-year-old is a big part of Seattle's future, but Paxton will have his hands full as he faces a rejuvenated Athletics club. Yesterday, the arrival of Adam Dunn seemed to kickstart the offense as the Green and Gold cruised to a Game 1 victory. Sonny and the A's look to continue the postseason push. A's Mariners next. Tuesday Night Baseball from the O.co Coliseum. 25 games left in the regular season for the Athletics. And tonight, it's Game 2 of the series, an AL West division rival in town. It's the Mariners and the Athletics, and it's coming up right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Sonny Gray will pitch tonight, and he'll be looking for his 14th win of the year. And Ray, in his career, he's made 5 starts against the Mariners, and it's a very young career, but he has been dominant against Seattle in his young career.
Well, for a ball club that does not score a lot of runs, it's perfect for Sonny Gray. He still has to pitch the way he is capable, and we know what he can do. You're right, 4-0 in his career against the Mariners. 3 of those wins coming this year. He's done an outstanding job, and he's also done a very good job against teams in the Western Division, just like Paxton. But I think for Sonny Gray to be able to pitch as much as he does against the teams within their own division and have the kind of record is pretty special.
So highly touted young left-hander James Paxton's going to pitch tonight for the Mariners. A's have not seen him. He's got terrific numbers. We've heard a lot about him, and the Mariners think he could be special for a long time.
Well, we can throw a 97-mile-an-hour fastball as a starter right over the top, and he's got an assortment of pitches that he will throw. But that fastball, because of the delivery, makes it very difficult to pick up the baseball. And, of course, he has not faced the Athletics. They will see him for the first time, but against the teams from the West, like Sonny Gray, he has pitched well, 3-0 in those 3 starts against American League Western Division teams. So it should be a great matchup tonight. If the A's can just score some runs, take a chance with Sonny Gray tonight.
And you get the feeling these 2 guys will square off a lot in their career. Paxton and Gray, very good young pitchers, and they're going to square off tonight here in Game 2 of this series from the Coliseum. When we come back, we'll have lineups and first pitches. The A's and the Mariners right here on Comcast Sportsnet California.
by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, the A's are ready to go, and so are we for Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Athletics and the Seattle Mariners. A's winning yesterday, try to make it 2 in a row tonight. Game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open weekends. 65 degrees, a little breezy tonight, and it was a warm day at the ballpark yesterday. And it was warm today in the Bay Area, but it has really cooled off here at the ballpark. So it feels like fall weather tonight.
Green layers, yeah. Quick to melt.
It's here. So let's look at the lineup tonight for the Seattle Mariners. Austin Jackson in center, Dustin Ackley in left, Robinson Cano in second, Kyle Seager at third, Kenry Morales will hit fifth today. And it's Logan Morrison getting a start at first, Endy Chavez in right, Brad Miller at short, and Jesus Sucre is your catcher.
But as we mentioned, Sonny Gray is making the start for the A's tonight against a team that he has the most wins against any team that he's faced. Of course, in his young career, but 4-0 career, 13-7 on the season. And for Sonny Gray, just 62 walks, 149 strikeouts. And I don't think there's ever a time that Sonny Gray does not want to take the ball every fifth day. Probably too much rest is not good for him, as we've seen. But he pitched against the Angels, and no decision in his last start. And here he is tonight against the Mariners.
Behind Sonny Gray, it'll be Gomes in left, Gentry in center, Reddick in right. On the infield, Donaldson, Lowry, Callasmo, Fryman, with Giovanni Soto behind the plate. Derek Norris is DH tonight. Johnny Gomes getting a start in left field. And we're set for baseball.
Nate Fryman's back. He's at first base, all the way from Beloit, Wisconsin. He said he got 9 at bats. He's happy, guys. We got a chance to see Beloit. He and Drew Pomeranz. They liked it.
First pitch of the ball game is up and in, so we're underway. A's won yesterday 6-1.
Now remember the Sonny Gray last start against the Angels. He struggled the first 4 innings, 75 pitches. He would give up 3 runs. 2 of those coming on a 2-strike curveball. Gordon Beckham. The A's tied the game, and of course the last 3 innings threw just 28 pitches, so settled down as well as he normally does. So Giovanni Soto catching him back-to-back starts, first time catching him in Anaheim.
Gray threw 103 pitches in that start down in Anaheim on Thursday night.
A good curveball throwing the 3rd pitch of the game, and pitch he liked to establish early.
Count is even to Austin Jackson, hitting .269 with 4 homers and 40 RBIs. Jackson was 0 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Curveball flipped foul. Mariners had just 3 hits yesterday. One of them was the Brad Miller home run. That was their only run. And the Mariners 10 games over 500, struggling some. They've lost 4 out of 5. Not a good time to struggle. A's found that out last week. Mariners right in the middle of the pennant race, looking to get a winning streak going. And there's a line shot, left center field, a base hit. Gomes gets over there to cut it off. Austin Jackson with a leadoff single.
Sonny Gray faced the Tigers once, and that's of course Austin Jackson's former team. 95-mile-an-hour fastball after fouling off a curveball. Came back with a fastball, and Austin Jackson all over it. It's almost as if once he fouled off the curveball, figured he's going to get a fastball, because normally a 95-mile-an-hour fastball with a couple of strikes is not hit that hard.
So here's Dustin Ackley. Ackley was quiet yesterday, 0 for 4. 11 home runs, 60 RBIs, and a .257 average. Slow start, but a good second half for Ackley. Foul tip, and it's It's 0-2. The Mariners have a very good road record. They're 37-27. That's one of the best road records in the American League. They're trailing the second wild card team, the Tigers, by a game and a half. Toward right field. Reddick goes back, turns around, he's under it, 1 out.
Well, yesterday, Kevin, we talked about Oakland, how he opens up and kind of slaps the ball. Well, the way he opens up, a fastball inside is a pretty good pitch to hit for him, and that one got in, and fortunately was not hit that hard, and maybe the difference 0-2 for Ackley, getting a fastball and pulling it, as opposed to what Austin Jackson did. Gonna be a happy man. Lloyd McClendon, first year managing the Mariners, has them 10 games over 500, starting play tonight.
There's your breakdown. So here's Robinson Cano. .322, 12 homers, 71 RBIs. Jackson with a good lead at first. He's got a little lean. Looks like Cano was taken all the way, and he takes a strike.
The hole between first and second is there because Jackson's at first. Cano, one of the best at using the whole field. That was statuesque time. I mean, he's taken all the way, and if it's maybe just forcing Sonny to throw a strike or giving Austin Jackson a chance to run. Pretty inviting hole for Cano.
Tries to find it, bounces it foul. Jackson with 14 steals on the year, has been thrown out 5 times. He's not a huge base stealer.
What Giovanni Soto did yesterday, throwing out any Chavez, that might curtail any possibilities, at least just running at will against the A's, and the way Soto threw yesterday. Got rid of the ball very quickly, very accurate throw to second base. Got him out by 5 feet. Down the chest.
Close. Fryman has it. He spins, throws to second for 1, back to first, double play. 3-6-3 double play. A's get the dangerous Cano, and the Mariners do not score in the first. Athletics come to bat, bottom of the first. Let's get our first look at the lineup for the A's tonight. Gentry, Lowry, Donaldson, Gomes, Norris, who will DH, and Fryman, Soto, Reddick, and Callaspo.
James Paxton, as we have shown, he's a very good pitcher, 4-1 record, making on his 8th start. Detailed yesterday about his season. 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, but a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and he'll also throw the 2- and 4-seam cutter slider. and a curveball and changeup. So a nice assortment of pitches from the youngster. And Cap, I agree with you 100%. Might be a matchup you see it a lot.
Yeah.
Felix Hernandez is not going to see him quite a ways, quite a lot. You see him tomorrow, but Paxton the same thing.
Ackley, Jackson, Chavez in the outfield. Seager, Miller, Cano, Morrison on the infield with Sucre the catcher. Now the big left-hander James Paxton standing tall. He's got long arms, doesn't he?
He does, and
just standing there.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, the height and right over the top, and he gets that pitch. It's a tough night, so he's going to have to either try to drive the ball that's down low, and with his height and those long arms, like you said, he'll probably stay down in the zone as much as possible.
Seager playing in, throws out Gentry.
Time now for the Nissan keys to the game. Lefty in. Yep. And a right. Whole bunch of rights. Josh Reddick gets the start. A couple of lefties started on the road, but he did not start. But sunny in September. Not tonight as far as the weather, but sunny. Always pitches well, it seems, as the youngster is pitching very well in his first full season. Jared Parker to his right, recovering from Tommy John surgery.
First pitch, fastball 96 miles an hour, and it's called a strike to Lowry. Good pitch there, but a bit inside. Paxton was a 4th round pick in 2010 from the University of Kentucky, from British Columbia. Seager leaps to get it, spins around, throws. Nice play by Kyle Seager. And we've been started hearing about Paxton a couple years ago. Mariners were telling us, we got some 2 or 3 young pitchers that are going to get to the big league soon, and Paxton was one of them. They made 2 starts this year. He started in their rotation, but then shoulder was bothering him a little bit, and on the DL. Wasn't expected to be out a real long time, but he had a little setback while on rehab. It ended up he missed a whole bunch of time. He got hurt on April 8th. Did not come back and make a big league start till August 2nd. So that's a long time. So they missed him, but it's also not a bad guy to really add to your rotation for the stretch drive, because that's basically what you're doing. And he's pitched extremely well. 4-1 with a 1.83 ERA. One and one the count to Donaldson. 97 miles an hour. Most left-handers are a little bit of a 3/4 delivery, but Paxton is really right over top. Yeah. And you just don't see that very often from lefties.
Yeah, and lefties also had a tailing action, but his is more 4-seam right over the top. Adam Dunn, John Lester talking hitting with Chelly Davis.
He likes to throw his fastball. Why not? It's 96, 97 miles an hour, but he throws it 65% of the time.
Uses both sides of the plate, and really if you're only throwing curveball 19%, changeup even less than that, it's predominantly a fastball pitcher, and he seems to be around the plate, which definitely helps him.
And there's a high fastball, and Donaldson swings and misses. So an impressive first inning by James Paxton. 3 up, 3 down, no score after 1. A's Baseball on Comcast Sports Net California is brought to you by The Equalizer, in theaters on September 26th. No score, top of the second from the O.co Coliseum. A little bit of a chilly night. See some sweatshirts out. But those youngsters, jerseys and shorts. I'm fine. They're just glad to be here on a school night. I'm glad to be here on a school night.
Just glad to be here.
That's right.
School, no school. And I'll tell you, a big crowd yesterday because they knew it was a day game. They had plenty of time to get to sleep early before they had to worry about school today. But tonight, another good crowd.
Seager, Morales, and Morrison here in the second inning. Felix Hernandez will pitch tomorrow.
Somebody from Valencia, Venezuela. It's got to be pretty chilly for him.
What a Cy Young type season is Felix Hernandez. He'll face John Lester tomorrow. Should be a terrific matchup. 1-2 now to Seager. Got good news from Houston, where the Angels are opening up a 2-game series, and Houston scored a bunch early, and the Astros lead the Angels 7-1 in the 6th inning. C.J. Wilson got knocked around early in that game. Strike 3 call. Good fastball with a little tailing action.
Well, if you can start a fastball into left-hand, you're a very good left-handed hitter, and you have that kind of movement, you're going to freeze a lot of them. Watch how much this ball moves. Starts there and just keeps floating. I mean, that's not on the corner. That's the middle of the plate, the way it comes all the way back. I mean, that's tremendous pitch, but not surprised to get a hitter to freeze and not even think about swinging. I mean, actually buckled his knees a little bit if it's coming at him. Something about the pitch at the hip. Guys have a tendency to buckle quickly.
Haven't been swinging at that in a long time. Good curve right at the knees for a strike. .227 for Kendrys Morales with 4 home runs, 34 RBIs.
He missed a lot of time before he finally signed a contract with the Twins and reacquired by the Mariners. Qualifying offer now looked pretty good. But he declined. He and Stephen Drew, but fortunately for both of them, they were playing. After sometimes wonder if the market's not going to be there, and especially if draft choice has to be given if you sign, it might discourage some teams from signing a player.
Donaldson hustling back, cannot quite get it. Morales, it's been a strange season, put it that way. He signed with the Minnesota Twins on June 8th, which obviously 3 months into the season. Played with the Twins for a month, a little bit more than that, appeared in 39 games, and then on July 24th was traded from the Twins to the Mariners. And at the end of last year, the Mariners wanted to re-sign him back because he had a pretty good year. And he wanted money, I guess. I don't know. But it ends up he is with the Mariners now at the end of this 2014 season. So
I think when players decline the qualifying offer, great curveball. This is a good one in the dirt, blocked nicely by Soto. That's where Sonny Gray wants to throw the curveball, get a hitter to swing at a bad pitch, which that one was. But Soto, as we have seen since he's joined the club, very, very good at smothering balls in the dirt.
Exmo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort.
But I think they're usually looking for long-term contracts because the qualifying offer is kind of the average of what the top 125 salaries, which is about $14 million now. But I think it's usually they want multiple years with that kind of money.
And we found out this offseason it doesn't always work that way.
You can join us tomorrow. It's in one of the premier pitching matchups of the season. Felix Hernandez versus your own John Lester. But how about this? The A's are offering $8 tickets until the last pitch of tonight's game. $8 tickets until the last pitch of tonight's game. Tickets will go quickly, definitely. So go to athletics.com/tickets. Athletics.com/tickets. And you can get a fantastic deal. Tickets tomorrow for that premier pitching matchup. How about that?
So 12:35 first pitch.
Joe, come on back. Oh, you're going to buy some tickets?
So Johnny Gomes steps in. Yeah, that's about as good of a pitching matchup as you're going to get. Lester and Felix Hernandez. And Felix Hernandez got knocked around a little bit in his last start, so we'll be curious to see how he bounces back.
He saw the 198 innings that he's pitched, and he's got the month of September yet to pitch. And of course, the Mariners in a pennant race, trying to get the postseason.
Austin Jackson comes in, and Johnny Gomes is retired. 198 innings already.
Was it you, or did we hear that they had looked at the schedule, the way it plays out for the Mariners?
I read that one of the Seattle writers had just kind of figured it out, looked ahead if there was no changes made, or if he wasn't given any extra rest, or that he would pitch the wild card game.
Have they determined when the American League wild card game is? Because I was thinking, if it's Wednesday, he could pitch Friday against the Angels, and that would be his 5th day. But if it's Tuesday, if he pitched against the Angels Friday, and I say the Angels because that could be a very big series for both teams.
Sure. Yeah, I don't. Which is a little bit of a surprise, but I have not seen, and I heard some people talking that they had not seen the postseason schedule.
It is surprising.
And, we're into September now.
And you figure the play-in games would be Tuesday and Wednesday. They would save Monday for any possible
tiebreaker,
or makeup games, which they're trying to make up as many as possible. As we know, the Angels will be going to Cleveland Monday. Yankees have already played a makeup game on an off day. It's Kansas City, I think. So I think they would like to eliminate any possibility of having that Monday as to make up games and use it as a possible tiebreaker.
And last year they also kept the wild card games on separate days to give full attention to each game, which is not a bad idea. So you'll have one of the wild card games on that Tuesday and the other wild card game on Wednesday. But you're right, the date of your league's wild card game certainly going to come into play for how you line up your pitching that final weekend or even the final week.
And the A's will play 4 in Texas starting Thursday. The Angels and Mariners, the Angels will be heading to Seattle following the 3 here, the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so they'll have the Thursday off. A's and Angels play the final 3 home games for the Athletics here before the Angels do head up north to the northwest.
Now, Ray, as I look at the Mariners schedule that final week, they are in Toronto Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So they are.
So they do play that Thursday, a 4-game series in Toronto, and then they will go home and finish, as you said, against the Angels at home. So.
Big old curveball, 12-6, freezing Derek Norris. He had fouled off a couple of very good pitches from Paxton, but hits the curveball and not able to pull the trigger. So that will be interesting. It was the Angels having the off day the Thursday because the 2 clubs, A's and of course the A's will be playing the Rangers that Thursday.
And that's the end of a long road trip for the Mariners.
Yeah, it is. I remember they were talking about that.
That's an 11-game road trip for Seattle, which ends on that Thursday, the final week, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the final weekend. So
that's a day game in Toronto,
and that's a day game on that Thursday. So
it's good for them for that. that's good, because you would not want it to be a night game from the Mariners standpoint anyway. Toronto usually pretty good about playing day games on getaway days. I always talk about Seattle, the farthest, longest road trips because Northwest. A's are pretty close to that category as well.
A shot right to Austin Jackson. Fryman, don't know if he could have hit it any harder, but it's an out. 6 up, 6 down for James Paxton. No score after 2. April 12th of this year, Sonny Gray strikes out 9. That matched a career high. Tonight he has struck out 9 3 times in his young career. This was in Seattle, and he has just been terrific against the Mariners again in his young career. This is his 5th start against Seattle. Against Seattle in his career, 4-0. With a 1.10 ERA, and against the AL West, 11-2. So Sonny Gray has beat the Mariners this year on April 6th, April 12th, and July 13th. He's beat them a couple times up in Seattle and once here at the Coliseum. I guess if you're going to dominate a team, it would be good to be a team that's in your division.
Yeah.
That's the case so far anyways for Sonny Gray. Facing Endy Chavez, who takes a strike. Chavez, Miller, Sucre here in the top of the 3rd inning. At least early on, both pitchers appear to be in top form. Curve just a bit high. Gray looking for his 14th win of the year. Has the 9th best ERA in baseball at just a little over 3.03. .180 innings pitched now. The AL ranks. And a fastball inside, and it's a leadoff walk to Endy Chavez.
Remember, he stuck on 12 wins for a long time. He had lost 4 consecutive starts. Of course, was not getting a lot of run support. Then that changed with a victory over the Angels and a no decision in the next start, which was also against the Angels.
Batting in the 8th position, shortstop, number 5, Brad Miller.
So here's Miller, the left-handed hitting shortstop who homered yesterday. That's a strike. Miller, 9 home runs, 31 RBIs. He's been splitting time lately with Young infielder Chris Taylor, who the Mariners called up. Miller has had a couple good games offensively, so he's back in there tonight.
Well, they golfing on this fastball from Jason Hamill. Good fastball down low, but Miller crushed it through the runway on the in and out of some concession stand. But it was hit hard, and it was his 9th home run. Good low fastball, and he proved he can handle that one.
There's a strike, so 1-2. Couple of strikeouts for Sonny Gray. They both came in the 2nd inning. Chavez runs well. Big hole on the right side. And that one is outside, close.
Good to see him throwing a lot of curveballs, and again a pitch that he throws so well, and it looked like it had the plate. Soto had to move a little bit to his left to get to the ball, and C.B. Buckner could have moved with it.
So 2-2. Runner not going. Again, the pitch is a fastball inside. Now full count, and we'll see if Andy Chavez takes off.
People ask, will Sonny Gray throw the curveball at any particular time or all the time? It's usually all the time, which means even on 3-2. Whether he does it now or not, it's a different story. And I would think Chavez is going to be running.
Gray checks on him just to make sure. Jesus Sucre, right-handed hitting catcher, is in the on-deck circle. Runner goes, and it's fouled off of C.B. Buckner, the catcher, or the umpire, excuse me.
Shin guards underneath the pants, and he just showed shin guards.
He was doing that for us.
Yeah, it probably snapped one of the. Yeah, just had to re-strap it. Still feel it. Put up the pant leg. Still direct hit. If you pop the strap, you're gonna feel it. So my fastball, first 3-2.
Runner goes again, and the pitch outside. He walked it. Well, walks to open up the 3rd. So that is 64 walks now for Sonny Gray.
Well, it'd been nice if he could have gotten the call, because it's been a pretty good pitch to throw. That one off the plate, the curveball, better than that one, but good take by Miller. And I would think with both these pitchers very good. Not be surprised to see Sucre bunt.
Good call.
You know, just because Paxton, a very good pitcher,
and both teams with good bullpens.
Yeah, exactly.
Both teams can make it a 6-inning game with their bullpens. A's think there could be a bunt, and he shows bunt, takes the strike.
It's good also that Fryman is charging. Of course, first and second, he does not have to hold the runners. He can charge, and Donaldson can kind of hold his position. So if a ball is hit or bunted to Gray or Fryman, they could get the lead runner Chavez, who, by the way, is fast, and Lowry will try to shadow him, keep him as close as possible.
Bunted nicely. Gray picks it up barehand, throws kind of a changeup to first base. Callaspo was over there to cover, so the sacrifice is successful. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out.
That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive bunt on this type of a curveball. Gray got the bunt down. Sonny Gray barehanded, which is always dangerous, but he might have picked it up to throw a changeup, because while the throw to first was accurate, it was slowly thrown. So maybe intentional, because it looked like he has had enough time to put the hand in the glove, get a good grip.
First pitch to Austin Jackson, fisted foul right side.
Pep, we've seen throughout Jackson's career that he's prone to strike out a few times. And if there's ever a time for a strikeout, this is it. Sonny Gray did give up a hit on a fastball. Jackson in the first inning, 2-2. That was after a curveball. I think if he wants a strikeout, he'll stay with a hard curve.
And a fastball just a touch low. Jackson this year has struck out 113 times. This is game number 129. Chavez at third, Miller at second. Plenty of speed on the bases for Seattle. And that's a hit hard into center field. That's a base hit. One run's going to score. Here comes the throw to the plate by Gentry. It's cut off. And Austin Jackson, a big hit. A 2-run single, and the Mariners lead 2-0. So Jackson gets his 41st and 42nd RBI.
Well, he stayed with the fastball. Did not throw a curveball in the at bat, and this one waited on it nicely, and while slinging to left field, this time up the middle. You know, the good thing about what Soto has done, he's proven he can block the balls in the dirt. Just a little surprised they did not go to the curveball to him in that at bat to at least try to get the one thing that would prevent 2 runs from scoring. That's a strikeout.
First pitch to Ackley is a fastball high. And a late delayed steal, and Jackson safe. Well, sometimes base runner, maybe a little more heads up than the defense.
Yeah, he waited.
Play, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of a delayed. He was waiting for the throw. Remember, actually, he might have learned that from his former teammate, Rajai Davis, because Rajai Davis.
So you think he was going to go when the throw went back to the pitcher?
But he got off far enough. It actually looked like Soto might have been able to throw behind him at first base.
So it goes as a stolen base.
Yeah, it's a stolen base, and Rajai did it against the A's and turned out to be a huge run.
So now the runner's at second, and there's still one out, and Ackley and Cano, 2 hitters. Ackley down the left field line, but foul. Full bullpen, huh? See Drew Pomeranz down there. There's not a whole lot of room down there.
By the way, Drew spoke highly of Beloit.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice town.
I asked him about Oktoberfest, and he goes, huh? Don't think it was long. He wasn't there long enough.
Fryman, a big hop. He'll trot to the bag. And Ackley is retired. 2 outs. And here's Cano. Well, you won't have any trouble finding a brat and a beer in Beloit, Wisconsin, I'm sure.
Actually, Drew was very quick to point out just the size of downtown Beloit. And he kind of said, just picture the Coliseum.
Yeah, it's not a big town. No, right.
But he did go there. He had a bullpen session. Remember, he pitched Wednesday in Houston, so he wasn't going to pitch. So he got there in time to throw a bullpen. Nate Fryman, as we mentioned, did get about 9 at bats, so he was excited about heading to Beloit to get some ABs.
So our viewers may be saying, well, why even go if you're Drew Pomeranz? I mean, just stay here. But from what I understand, there's a rule that says if you get sent out to a minor league team, you have to go. You have to physically go to that city.
Yeah, and it's you have to be on the roster, but you physically have to be there. And typically, a player who leaves
It's a fair ball. Fryman grabs it. Keeps his feet in bounds. Steps in the bag. Side retired. So a couple of walks hurt Sonny Gray. And Austin Jackson drives them both in. Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Kelly Moore, proud sponsor of the Oakland A's. KellyMoore.com. Bring inspiration home. 2-0. Seattle leads in the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Soto, Reddick, and Callaspo against James Paxton, who has been impressive in the early going. Our first time seeing James Paxton, the big left-hander. 6 up, 6 down with a couple of strikeouts. Well, Soto takes the strike. Shutdown inning numbers for Paxton. What he's done tonight, and again, it's early yet, right? But he's thrown a lot of fastballs. And he's getting strikes called with his fastball. Whether you think they're strikes or not, that's a different story.
Yeah, Soto is questioning C.B. Buckner on this one, and maybe reason to question, and especially being behind the plate as he was last inning. Hard slider trying to get him to chase pitch out of the strike zone. Big 2-run single yesterday in the A's 5-run first inning.
Curve missed inside, not by much. Up and away, 97 miles an hour.
Reddick, the lone lefty in the lineup tonight. True lefty, that is. Sucre said right down the middle, just throw it.
And he missed outside with a fastball. Close pitch. A's have their first base run.
And right over the top for the tall lefty. And I think your description about, or at least the pitcher compared to Andy Pettit, the type of delivery where Pettit and his great years with the Yankees, most of the Yankees and Houston, but right over the top, dropped the left arm back all the way to the back, and right over the top.
There are some similarities with the delivery and the size. Pettit, big guy, just like Paxton.
Well, the Mariners can only hope that Paxton is the big game pitcher, as Pettit always was, pitching for the Yankees. That he was.
Yeah, I think the Mariners should be okay with that. headed ever through 96, 97 miles an hour.
And I don't think Paxton will ever have his pickoff move because he had one.
Right to Cano. Out at second, and that's a double play. 4-6-3 double play. Reddick is retired. Start of the career for James Paxton. Best ERA, first 11 appearances.
Heading in the ninth position.
Starting way back in 1914. She's off to a good start. Tiny bottom. To a good start, 1940.
Those Yankees always had the good ones, didn't they?
Young kids coming up. Steve Rogers was good.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers getting close with a couple of no-hitters, and then he finally got one. If I remember correctly.
I was thinking with Soto walking, and of course it was Sonny Gray walking hitters 7 and 8 before the 9th place hitter did sacrifice, and those 2 runs came around to score. Paxton got the double play ball off the bat of Reddick.
Slowed down by Paxton. Chases after it. Throws. Got him. Logan Morrison kept his foot on the bag. Paxton heads off the mound. He
Bob Melvin's
stayed calm and then threw it to first. But
Bob Melvin's got to go out.
Have a look at this one.
A little hesitation as
Chip says, "Come on back."
Come on back, yeah.
And Bob Melvin does just that. So Chip waits for the call from Adam Roden. Adam says, "Don't waste your time, boys." 2-0 Mariners after 3. Name and hometown down for a chance to be shown in an upcoming game broadcast. It's all brought to you by AT&T. Tonight's fan photo comes from Mrs. Ochoa from San Jose, California. A's family on the field at the superhero fireworks. It's the Laura Torres and family. So we appreciate the photo. We've had a lot of fun with the fans sending in their photos this year. A's trailing 2-0. It's the top of the 4th inning. Seager, Morales, and Morrison.
If you recall the game that Sonny pitched against the Angels, gave up 3 runs. First 4 innings, the A's did come back and tied against C.J. Wilson, who had another tough time tonight in Houston. Actually got lucky and got a no decision in the game against the Athletics, although he did not pitch that well. The A's did come back in time, but lost in extra innings. So Sonny can only hope that he will do what he did there, and that's puts up some zeros, give his club a chance to come back.
Houston still leading that game 7-3 over the Angels in the 8th inning. So 7-3 in the 8th. More action for Fryman. Left the ball there. Hustles, flips to Gray. Got him. Nate missed it. Had to hustle back to get it. Gray was there, and they just got Seager.
But Nate had the unfortunate problem in Atlanta where he waited. This time he said, I'm going to charge it and get the good hop. Big 6'8" frame didn't go down to the ground, but fortunately Sonny Gray's pitcher was there, and Nate hustled to get the ball flipped to Gray. His momentum, though, it's kind of hard to stop a 6'8" frame. Seager almost stumbled as he hit the bag. But Nate kind of in between. 6'8" did not quite get all the way down, but boy, what great hustle to get back. And Sonny said, get me the ball, please. He did.
Shift, and Henry Morales is able to get it through what seemed like a wide open space. As Callaspo, the second baseman, was playing out in right field.
Morrison.
But Lowry, the shortstop, was not on the second base side, so there was a kind of a strange opening. You just don't see it very often.
You can say a ground ball to second base right there, and nobody was there, though.
So here's Logan Morrison with Morales aboard. He's obviously not going anywhere. Fryman playing behind him a couple steps. Morrison grounded out to second to end the second. And there's a line drive left center field, and that's trouble. Goes off the wall. Morales headed for third. They'll stop him there. And Morrison to second with the double. Well, right off the bat, you could tell that that was trouble, and it hit the gap and went to the wall.
Now batting.
Well, he's caught a break because anybody else running, it's an RBI for Morrison. Change up that stayed up. And you know, the thing about the outfield, Clay Wood, the head groundskeeper, has done a great job, but it's still hard in the outfield. Watch this ball take off. As soon as it hits, scoots very quickly on the heart.
Morales giving it his all. He just does not run very well. Bob Melvin is going to have a full meeting at the mound.
Well, directed at Sonny Gray. You want to pitch to him, you want to walk him. First base is open. You've got Miller following Indy Chavez. They're going to pitch to him. Infield end.
Chavez walked and scored in the third. First pitch, and it's a good one. Fastball with movement on the inside corner. Hard breaking ball. Nice play by Soto. That may be the pitch you have to throw, though, if you want to strike out.
Exactly. And that's Soto has shown he can do this. He does smother the ball nicely. Curve ball and moves his body in front of it. And that helps a pitcher to have the confidence to throw the curveball where he wants it. And if he bounces it, Sketcher will block it.
Inside with a fastball, 93 miles an hour.
One thing a manager might say, first base is open, make him hit your pitch. Well, if your pitch is maybe showing the fastball off the plate, coming back with a curveball, then that's kind of the plan. That's why Bob Melvin went to the mound. Kurt Young, pitching coach, normally goes, but more of a strategy for the skipper.
Good curve. Snapped right in there. 2-2.
this was a looking fastball. I got a curveball. Can't swing, can't hit it. Let it go, and it's called a strike. And now you have a couple of pitches. Maybe you want to throw the harder curve, try to get him to swing at a bad pitch. Or fastball in, run it back.
Curve tapped over the mound and into center field, a base hit. One run's going to score. Nobody's covered second base, and Endy Chavez slides in head first. A's fell asleep on the middle of the infield, and it's a 2-run single, and they may give him a double.
Yeah, they should have to give him a double. Yeah, you're right.
Number 5, Brad.
But watch Sonny Gray fall off. And look how he falls off, and then I don't know if he could have reached up, but slowly hit with the infield in. But nobody at second. This is a great shot. Is going after the ball is Callaspo in the outfield. Jed Lowry did not go to the bag, and Endy Chavez saw that. Nobody to throw to for. And Chavez is going to keep running, not stop, and he might have been thinking 2 all the way, and he made it easily. Well, that's too bad because, again, good curveball. Jed Lowry knew it.
So a couple of RBIs and a big hit for Endy Chavez. Here's Miller. So a struggle tonight for Sonny Gray. In this inning, after getting the first out, a single and then back-to-back doubles. 2-1.
You might as well just go out and talk to him and try to settle him down because he's a little frustrated. Actually put his hands on his knees like he did when Trott hit the home run to start here against the Angels. Of course, the A's won that game. But this time, Chavez couldn't have thrown the ball any more perfectly, especially with the infield playing in for it to roll up the middle the way it did.
Lowry right there trying to hold him. And Miller bounces one. Callaspo backs up for a good hop. And that's the second out with Chavez going to third.
Number 2, Jesus Sucre.
So you can kind of see everything that develops on this play. And
well, Callaspo going for the ball takes him into the center field, and Jed Lowry, I don't know if at that point maybe didn't see Callaspo in the outfield. I don't know, but I think he realized that he was supposed to be the one covering.
Sucre grounds out. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Mariners. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Seattle 4, the A's nothing.
This is Zach Vision. Not even tonight.
September the 20th against the Philadelphia Phillies. Oktoberfest style beers will be available throughout the ballpark. 10,000 fans will receive an A's Oktoberfest stein courtesy Cache Creek Casino Resort. In addition, fans may purchase a special ticket to attend a Brewmaster meet and greet that includes a commemorative Oktoberfest ceramic stein. For tickets, visit athletics.com/Oktoberfest. We had a treat between innings with the dot race. Wow.
That's the funniest thing we've seen on the scoreboard all year.
Dick Callahan.
He brought in a friend.
Brought in a ringer. But that was great.
That gentleman on the right who they say called horse races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Golden.
Yeah, that's right.
Golden Gate Park.
Professional.
Yeah.
Calling horse races at Golden Gate, and he called the dot race, and it was awesome.
I don't think they want to race at Golden Gate Park, Golden Gate Field. But not
that's true.
Yeah.
You're right.
I guess they could race in Golden Gate Park. Have a little different type of route that would take.
Golden Gate Field. That's a base hit, and that's the first hit for the Athletics. And it's a leadoff single by the leadoff hitter Gentry.
Okay, one of the things that you mentioned about the number of fastballs that Paxton's been throwing, and while he's getting the strikes down low, watch Gentry go down and get the low fastball. And if he stays in that location, maybe we will see hitters doing exactly what Craig Gentry did, leading off tonight and getting on base for the leadoff single, second time to the batting order. I think a 4-run deficit might take away a little bit of the stolen base threat by Gentry.
That's a good call by either. It's always fun to see how a pitcher goes out of lineup the second time through and how the lineup goes at the pitcher, because sometimes it does change.
We'll see also if Paxton and Sucre stay, since they have the lead, stay with his dominant pitch, which is the fastball. Gentry is not going to hesitate.
Sucre's throw is in time.
Wow.
And that's out number 1.
And he caught that ball on the hop. And Bob Melvin, they're going to call to see, and having the hitter stay out of the box. Sucre had to catch this on the hop and then the throw. And they're going to see if Cano tagged him on the backside before the hand got on the bag, and like he did. Like he got it right. Watch right here. Going to get him on the hip. And he pulls the glove up, showing that he had the ball. There. Hand's not on the bag. Well, what a great throw by Sucre, considering it was kind of a stab at the ball to catch it on the one hop and make a perfect throw to second.
So Gentry caught stealing for just the second time this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ray. That's really the first time he's been thrown out. It happened in San Francisco. He was taken on. He was running, and they threw behind him.
Bumgarner had the spin, man. The spin move in second. Yeah. And so he got him. But watch Sucre. Watch this. One hop, catches it, comes up, throws, and tell you, nice play by Cano coming up in front to catch the ball.
Cano again. Flips to first. Lowry's out, 2 outs. So you understand what trying to get something going. You know this kid's pitching well.
Well, it reads lefty so well, and actually had a pretty good pitch that he could run on, and just tip your hat to Sucre because he made a tremendous play.
So here's Donaldson. First pitch, just a bit high with a fastball. Donaldson struck out swinging in the second. 1 of 2 strikeouts by James Paxton. Hit high and foul right below us. He pitched in for a strike, so that was 89 miles an hour. Maybe a little cut fastball or something.
Yeah, he does throw a cutter, 2 and 4 seam plus a cutter slider.
And high in the air to center field. Jackson, he's under it. Side retired, so a leadoff hit by Gentry, but he's thrown out stealing. Mariners 4, A's nothing after 4. By Discover RV in Lodi. Come and check out our grand opening and summer savings. Visit our website at discoverrv.net. 4-0. Mariners lead, top of the 5th inning. 5 hits for Seattle. A couple of costly walks by Sonny Gray in the 3rd inning. They came back-to-back leading off the inning, and they both scored on this guy, Austin Jackson's base hit. Chavez with a double that scored 2 in the 4th inning.
I saw Sonny Gray talking to Alberto Callaspo, and I don't know if he was referencing the Morales base hit, with Morales hitting the ball kind of the second base shot with Callaspo playing shallow right field. Of course, it's not necessarily Callaspo's job to position himself. He's directed by somebody on the bench, but of course that was a 1-out hit following the Seager ground ball to first. Single, double by Morrison, then the 2-run Chavez hit on a curveball, and the curveball that Beckham hit in Anaheim. It was an 0-2 curveball. He flared out to right field, very softly hit, and this curveball by Chavez rolled up the middle, softly hit as well.
1-2 to Jackson, who is 2 for 2. Another curveball. That one hit well to right field, but Reddick's couldn't get over it. So Jackson is retired. So I got a question for you about the curveball. Sonny Gray's been around about a year now. We all know he throws a lot of curveballs. Opposition knows he throws a lot of curveballs. Do you think maybe they look for it more? And if you're looking for it, I guess it doesn't mean you're going to hit it hard. But with curveballs, you do see the flare hits once in a while. The bouncers get through, and he throws a lot of them. 28% curveballs. Now they're only hitting 190 off it. But I guess my point is he's been around long enough now. Maybe hitters look for the curve a little bit more. Doesn't mean they're going to hit it, because it's still a great pitch for him.
Well, I think we've seen and pointed out that certain pitchers are certain hitters, that is, and maybe more cases than not, a lot of the hitters, until they get 2 strikes, they really won't swing at a curveball because they figure it's not the pitch they're looking for. Most hitters will sit fastball, make an adjustment. But in the case of Chavez, he gets 2 strikes. Beckham, 2 strikes in Anaheim. They're more forced to swing the bat with 2 strikes if they see the curveball. And in some cases, in the case of actually Beckham and Chavez tonight, they were protecting against a pretty good curveball.
I guess that's my point. Maybe they can protect a little more.
Yes, because it's 2 strikes.
Do against a curve
with 2 strikes. But Jackson hit a 1-1 fastball to drive in 2 runs. And so there's kind of a different, I think, mentality from a hitter standpoint. I think if you talk to 100 hitters, I'd be shocked that if 99 didn't tell you, I look fastball every pitch and I make an adjustment on everything that is thrown off speed. Curveball, changeup, sliders, whatever. But they never want a fastball to get thrown past them. And when you see a 2-2 fastball thrown and a hitter takes it for strike 3, that's a shock. Because if they're looking fastball to make the adjustment. But I just think, say in the case of Chavez, he gets a 2-2 curveball. It is a pretty good pitch. I mean, it was down. He just hit it, chopped it. Happened to be right over the mound, and with the infield hit, made it through. But you know, if it's not 2 strikes, he probably doesn't swing it.
So 1-2 now to Robinson Cano. So I guess the point we're making is, and you made it best, is maybe guys really go into protect mode against Gray with 2 strikes because they know he's got such a great curveball.
And if he throws a 3-2 curveball and the hitter doesn't swing, he's hitting fastball, and it's a very good curveball. He's got to be fooled by it. And I think because Sonny is so confident throwing his curveball anytime, that it becomes a very good pitch because hitters don't like to see that type anyway. And that's a good one to throw with 2 strikes. He just did, and that's a good block by catcher Soto again. Of course, Cano, I mentioned we'd seen Rod Carew down in Anaheim. His eyes lit up because if you watch Cano, there's a lot of similarities to then the Hall of Famer Rod Carew, just using his wrists.
Could have been a strike. C.B. Bucknor did not call him. I think Sonny Gray thought he had made a pretty good pitch.
Watch Cano back up. He did that probably to say it's inside, but it's not. I mean, his body moved and probably trying to maybe dig C.B. Bucknor to get the call. And he got it on the close pitch.
Three-two pitch. Here it is. It's pop foul back. So 75 pitches for Sonny Gray.
It's funny, as mentioned Robinson Cano about Rod Carew. I said the best way to pitch him is down the middle because you pitch him away, it hits left field, hit inside, pull to right. Cano said pitch down the middle is the hardest pitch to hit because you don't know where to hit it.
Makes sense. Yeah. Never heard that, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a shot to right field and back-to-back with a changeup, son. Not curveballs, not fastballs. 87 miles an hour was pitch before that. That one was at 88 miles an hour. Cano has a base hit.
And look at the location. Belt high and at 87. That's like a batting practice fastball. And Cano got out front, pulled it. But he talked about taking the pitch outside and, of course, going with the left field. But there's sometimes, depending on the park, he may go out and pull the pitch. And, of course, he played his home games at Yankee Stadium, which very conducive to left-handed power hitters and left-handed hitters in general to pull the ball in the seats.
Seager's 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Seager hitting cleanup. Tonight he hit 5th last night. Astros leading the Angels 8-3 in the top of the 9th inning. The Astros trying to close it out. That's the first of a 2-game series.
They have that nice out-of-town scoreboard, Minute Maid Park. I'm sure right now the Angels are happy because they're seeing what's happening here in Oakland.
Seager blasts from the right field. Reddick back. He's going to look up, and that one is gone, and it's 6-0 Mariners. So Seager hits his 21st home run. He now has 84 RBIs.
92-mile-an-hour fastball up, gone.
Now batting, number 21, Kendrys Morales.
I would say that Robinson Cano has made hitters in the lineup a lot better, and I think Seager, of course, a very, very good hitter anyway. But Fano Cano and 2 more 2-out runs.
So 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 here in the 5th for Seattle. And these last 2, you're right, 2-out rounds. So Pomeranz is getting up. And that one hit to right. Reddick, warning track, and he's got it. Side retired. But Kyle Seager with a 2-run homer. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It'll be Gomes, Norris, and Fryman. It's 6-0 Seattle. Coverage Sunday to Sunday, plus the official post-game show of the team is Raiders post-game live. Sunday to Sunday, the authentic home of the Raiders is Comcast Sports. The Raiders will open the season at the New York Jets on Sunday. 49ers will be in Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Here at the Coliseum, all Mariners so far. Bottom of the 5th inning, 6-0.
Mariners aren't supposed to score a lot of runs.
No.
Guy. Come on. I mean, this is not Mariners type baseball.
Pitching and defense has them in the pennant race.
To say maybe Paxton will get shaken up thinking he's supposed to have this kind of offensive support.
Well, he's only thrown 48 pitches, so his pitch count not real high. His last start when he beat the Texas Rangers, he threw 118 pitches in 6 2/3 innings. Good pitch there. Fastball 97 miles an hour on the outside corner. Not much you can do there. That pitch right there, that's probably a strike.
I agree.
Because and you've said this before, and I totally agree. To get where the ball went into the glove of Sucre, it has to cross home plate.
The inside, if he's on the inside corner and he catches the ball and it's a breaking ball, it's got to cross the plate to get there. I agree.
So full count to Gomes. Up the middle, Cano backhands, flips across his body, and Morrison stayed on the bag. No, he did not. Dan Iasonia hesitated, and then he made the sign of kind of waving off the first baseman, meaning his foot came off the bag very close, and they're checking on it.
Now Paxton, I think, hit off his lower part of the body, and I mean, this is Robbie Cano at his best here, going to the outfield, flipping, and his foot's off the bag. And better angle here. Well, no, it's not a better angle because the bag is blocking. But here we go, and there it pulls it off, and he's off the bag.
Yep. So good call by Dan Iasonia. He
wasn't by much, and considering the distance in which Iasonia was away from first base, that he could see that. Microscopic eyes, man, that's pretty good.
Logan Morrison, I mean, he made a heck of an effort, but it goes as a hit for Gomes. Norris, big chopper. Seager has to backpedal, goes to second, and they got him there. Throw to first, not in time. So Norris reaches on a fielder's choice, and let's check in with the studio. An October Quest update. All right, there it is, the final. Wilson the loser, Peacock the winner. Wilson 5 earned runs, 8 hits, and 3 1/3 innings. So not a good outing for C.J. Wilson. Jose Altuve, 4 hits. He just keeps rolling along. How many hits does he have now? 193 hits for Jose Altuve. Right to the shortstop, out at second. Double play. So Paxton hits another big double play, and we're headed to the 6th. 6-0 Seattle.
State Farm. Jedis from galaxies near and far are invited to attend. Fans are encouraged to dress as their favorite Star Wars characters for this fun family event. Fans can meet Star Wars characters during the game. everyone at the ballpark will enjoy post-game fireworks set to the music from Star Wars. Tickets are going fast, so visit athletics.com/fireworks today, tonight. Quickly. Ready.
6-0, the Mariners lead. It's time for change, so think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So Drew Pomeranz comes in, so just 5 innings tonight for Sonny Gray, and he gave up 6 runs. So Pomeranz will take over here in the 6th, and he'll face Morrison, Chavez, Miller, so 3 left-handed hitters. So 80 pitches for Sonny Gray.
2 walks both scored, but 80 pitches in 5 innings. That's for him. He threw 75 and 4, but 28 in the next 3. And Anaheim just kept it a closer game than tonight, though. Drew Pomeranz, who pitched very well against the Astros last Wednesday at Minute Maid Park, took a quick trip to Beloit. Back tonight, pitching tonight.
Oh, 1 to Morrison, a ground out and a double. He doubled and scored in the 4th inning. Good curve, 0-2. Shift is on for Morrison. Shifted to the right side on the infield, but shifted a little bit toward left center in the outfield. And a good breaking ball, and Morrison chased it. So 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Well, 2 lefties in the lineup for the Mariners will stay, of course, with a 6-run lead, but it makes it a little bit difficult because Morrison got the very good curveball from Pomeranz.
So this is Chris Denorfia, who's pinch hitting for Endy Chavez. Denorfia, the right-handed hitter. Came over at the trade deadline from the Padres. And Denorfia swings and misses. Pretty good extra player, Chris Denorfia. Always was a player with the Padres. This one's popped up. Soto hustling over, and Soto makes the play right in front of Friday. So 2 outs. Denorfia, the pinch hitter, is retired.
How long was he with the A's? Always hurt, isn't he?
Chris Denorfia, yeah, he did not play much at the big league level.
He's hurt a lot.
Number 5, Brad Miller.
Hustled by Soto to get to the ball. Fryman way off the line and deep with nobody on base.
So that'll bring up Brad Miller, who has walked and scored. That was in the 3rd inning, and then grounded out in the 4th.
In 2008, 2009 from Denorfia.
He did finally get a chance to play quite a bit with the Padres.
He did well, you're right.
Curve again by Pomeranz in for a strike, 1-1. See where Pomeranz would be a very uneasy at bat if you're a left-handed hitter. That such a good breaking ball.
Knuckle curve, as we saw and have seen. Of course, pitching out of this stretch exclusively, but that knuckle curve that he throws is very, very well.
And he likes throwing it. Nothing wrong with that.
And I think if he ever gets upset with himself again, maybe he'll take a bat instead of his hand or something.
Yeah, the hand is not.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to use right hand, left hand, either hand.
Good fastball there. So 2-1 the count to Miller.
A couple of clubs watching Drew Pomeranz and wondering, gee, if we had convinced him to, or suggested that he pitch out of the stretch, he might still be with Cleveland, Colorado. Started here, and he's been pitching very well since he's been with the A's and pitching out of the stretch.
2-2 pitch, hit on the ground. Callaspo slides to his right. Flips to first side, retired. Nice inning for Drew Pomeranz. Bottom of the sixth coming up. Soto, Reddick, and Callaspo, 6-0 Seattle.
The Mariners, 2-run base hit by Austin Jackson. You're going to notice the kind of pattern here. It's called 2. That's a two-run single. This is a 2-run single up the middle in the curveball, making a double because a hustle double. And then the 2-run home run by Seager on a fastball out after Cano had reached on a base hit. So Cano hits a base hit on 3 and 2, and Seager jumps on a fastball, and that's the scoring. Deuces wild, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
So there's Denorfia, who pinch hit. He is now in right field. And Paxton back to work. He has faced the minimum through 5 innings. Liner into the glove of the shortstop, Brad Miller, 1 out. Soto walked in the 3rd. He was erased on a double play. Gentry singled in the 4th. He was caught stealing. Gomes singled, and then Norris got out on a fielder's choice, and Fryman hit into a double play. So it goes for the A's tonight against this impressive left-hander James Paxton.
And he's not throwing a lot of pitches doing it either.
He is not. Fastball for a strike to Reddick. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Paxton. So not a lot of strikeouts, but that has helped his pitch count. Reddick's double play was a 4-6-3. This one tapped right side. Cano charges. He'll flip with his glove, and they get Reddick. So 2 outs. Make sure you join us tomorrow. It's day baseball. Our coverage here on Comcast Sportsnet California starts at noon with A's pregame live. And this is a game you want to watch, folks, or you want to come out to the ballpark. Felix Hernandez and John Lester on a people think maybe Felix Hernandez, the front runner for the American League Cy Young Award. Still time for that to be decided. And John Lester, one of the best lefties in all of baseball. So that has a chance to be a lot of fun. And we will have it for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Don't miss it. Aspo grounds one. Morrison slips, still has time, flips to Paxton, side, retired. So an 8-pitch inning for James Paxton. Morrison checking in, make sure he's okay. And we're on to the 7th, 6-0 Seattle. Jay Payton, his first at bat as an Athletic. He homers off John Wasden from the Texas Rangers. Now Payton was traded to the A's from the Red Sox on July 13th for Chad Bradford. And we tell you that because Adam Dunn did that yesterday. His first at bat as an Athletic. He homered, got the offense rolling, and it turned out to be a big hit. So Adam Dunn was fun to watch. And Jay Payton going back to 2005. You know what I always remember about Jay Payton is in 2006 when the A's had a terrific year, won the division. They had Frank Thomas and Milton Bradley and Nick Swisher. Nobody had more big hits than Jay Payton. Am I correct? Remember, he hit like in the heart of the order, hit 5th and 6th.
And he was told at the beginning of the season he was not going to play every day, and he was very upset. And what happened? He ended up playing every day.
He did.
And got the big hits that you mentioned. And the big donkey got a changeup on the 1-1 yesterday from Chris Young, and it high towering, and Chavez went back and just saw it bounce. So he got the changeup for the home run, got the tunnel effect for the first time, and a base hit to left field.
And I think maybe you should tell the story. We talked a little bit about it on A's pregame live. It is okay to call him the big donkey. That's been his nickname for how long?
Since 1999, minor leagues.
There you go. He doesn't mind. He likes it.
Yeah, I mean he knows it, and really Johnny Gomes, I think, said it best before batting practice today. You know, Adam Dunn has hit 8 home runs on opening day. 8 home runs. So he said, I just hit my 9th, because what he considers yesterday is his opening day.
That's true.
With the Athletics.
That's fair.
And Johnny Gomes said something about if he had continued to play well. Johnny said, you still be in Chicago. We wouldn't have you.
That's true, too.
So they may probably talk about extension for you. So Johnny Gomes put a positive spin on everything about the big donkey coming here. But he said it was given to him in 1999, and it stuck throughout the big leagues. Of course, that was the minor leagues, and this is 2014. He spent a lot of time with the clubs you mentioned yesterday, but a very nice gentleman, as usually the gentle giants are very nice. Big guys. Now that Nate Fryman's back, another 6'8".
Yeah. Way to get those guys together.
Yeah.
Well, the story on Adam Dunn is he was a terrific high school quarterback. Can you imagine him winging the football? Or trying to tackle him in high school?
Well, yeah, and he wants to go on a power play to score on a 1-yard run.
He was probably a little smaller back then, but not a lot.
Remember when Josh Willingham joined the ball club, he saw him in Chicago. Of course, had signed with the White Sox, and of course they were teammates with Washington. First thing he said, "There's the big donkey."
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like it's something that he does not want to hear. If you have a nickname, it's a nickname.
So 1-2 to Dustin Ackley, who's 0 for 3. And there's that good breaking ball. Ackley swings and misses. So Drew Pomerantz has come in. He's retired all 6 hitters that he has faced. 7th inning stretch coming up. Been able to get a whole lot going against James Paxton. Gentry will lead it off, followed by Lowry and Donaldson. Just 2 hits for the A's. Ray Fosse fan in the house. We love that guy. So Gentry, a ground out and a single.
You better change that name to Dunn if he's going to wear number 10.
You can't change greatness.
Greatness is about 7 runs against Paxton.
Yeah.
He's given up nothing.
3-0. A couple of base runners to
Nice.
get him in the stretch. Try something. You see only 67 pitches. That's a little bit of an issue for the Athletics as well. Right in their first strike. Angels lost 8-3 in Houston. And a high strike. Gentry was headed to first.
I don't think Mr. Paxton needs any help. He's a pretty good pitcher and going to give the low strike. Gentry at least did not let the bat go as he started at first base.
That one's hit into right field, the base hit.
Even if you aren't an A's season ticket holder, you can still get 2014 postseason rights. Just place a deposit on a 2015 A's ticket plan and secure your place in line for 2014 postseason tickets. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or go to athletics.com/deposit. You always like to take a pitch you think is a ball and start to first base, taking a base hit.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario is to make an out after you think you walk, but this time Gentry gets his second hit.
So here's Lowry. He takes low.
Packs a quick pitch that time with a slide step, thinking maybe Gentry's running. I don't know, but he's got a 6-run lead now. Unlike a couple of runs, 4 runs actually, that was thrown out in the 4th inning.
Fly ball to right field. Denorfia squares it up, and he's got it. Now, with Gentry's hit, the A's have got their leadoff man out 4 times in this game. They just haven't been able to get him open. They have not stranded a run. And they have not got a guy to second base. So here's Donaldson, who has struck out and hit a fly ball to center field. First pitch is a strike. Interesting night in the American League Central, the big series. The Tigers in Cleveland. Tigers with a blowout win last night. That's a 4-game series. Tonight, a heartache for the Cleveland Indians. I'll tell you why in just a moment.
Tell me they did what they did last year.
You know what? Very simple. Miller waits. He's got it for the second out. The Indians had a 2-1 lead going to the top of the 9th inning, and J.D. Martinez hit a 3-run homer for the Tigers off Cody Allen, and the Tigers win 4-2. The Tigers are that second wild card team, so they're sitting there with the Athletics in the wild card race right now. You see the Mariners are 2 back of the Tigers. Indians and Yankees now 5 back. So that's updated with that Tigers come from behind win. So if you lose a game in the 9th inning in September in a pennant race, it's going to sting. Hit hard, but right to Cano, who scoops it up. Side retired. That's an 11-pitch inning for James Paxton. The leadoff man is stranded. 6-0 after 7. brought to you by Prism. Now your team can collaborate at a whole new level with video walls from Prism. Learn how at prism.com. Nice cool night at the Coliseum. It's the Mariners leading 6-0, top of the 8th inning. So Drew Pomeranz goes out for his 3rd inning. He'll face Cano, Seager, and Kendrys Morales. First pitch breaking ball to Cano. Cano has hit into a double play. He has grounded to first, and he has singled and scored. Singled into 5th and then scored on the Seager home run. Fryman charges, grabs it right near the bag, and that's the first down. The Royals won tonight 2-1 at home over the Texas Rangers. They're going to run in the bottom of the 8th to break the 1-1 tie. Derek Holland started that game for the Texas Ranger, and he pitched very well. He pitched 7 innings. Got a no decision.
A horrible season for the Rangers, and even for Derek Holland. He might have been the one that started the demise of the Rangers simply because he got hurt in the offseason.
I was going to say, before spring training.
Yeah. Dogs are tough.
So I'm sure they're thrilled to have him back.
Now they have to be encouraged about 2015. The Rangers do. They have a good club. It's just all the injuries and get through this year. But having Holland come back and be able to pitch for the month of September, big boost, big plus for the club.
Seager takes his stride. So with the Royals winning, the Royals win, the Tigers win, as we showed you. So Kansas City holds on to that half-game lead over Detroit in the AL Central. So they continue to battle. Cleveland falls to 5.5 back in the division. 0-2 breaking ball, swing and a miss. Well, Drew Pomeranz just rolling along. He's retired all 8 hitters that he has faced.
3 curveballs and wide out with these swings. A couple called strikes, and then the swing by Seager. And stayed with the curveball, which is a very good pitch for him.
Morales.
So that'll bring up Kendrys Morales. First pitch is a fastball inside. Red Sox beat the Yankees tonight 9-4. So it hurts the Yankees a little bit in that AL wildcard race. Joe Kelly got the win. Joe Kelly, former with the Cardinals. Toronto beat Tampa Bay 8-2. A couple of teams that have, I don't want to say both faded. Tampa Bay had that tough stretch in the middle of the season. Toronto, well, for the first half of the season, looked like the real deal, but they have really struggled. And the Blue Jays, like they're out of the running.
If the Blue Jays played against everybody else like they did the A's in Toronto, they had never lost.
Good call.
Because they were impressed. Anybody. But cooled down after that, especially A's playing them here. But man, in Toronto, they were running wild, doing everything right.
Soto grabs it, flips to first, and how about Drew Pomeranz's performance tonight? A high note on a tough night. He's retired 9 in a row. 6-0 Seattle as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Neck, California, is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 6, 7, and 0 for the Mariners. 0-3-0 for the Athletics. James Paxton's been terrific. 7 innings. Shutout baseball. He's only thrown 75 pitches. Sonny Gray gave up 6 earned runs in 5 innings. So tough night all around for the Athletics. They got a couple shots at Paxton.
Well, a couple of different things. Paxton probably is going to stay in the game, considering his pitch count, unless the A's can start making him work and throw a lot of pitches and get some hits. But the A's Pomeranz also 3 innings. Looks like someone's going to pitch the 9th inning, but very nice job of saving the bullpen after Sonny Gray went 5.
It's Jesse Chavez loosening up. Norris, a little flare to right, and that'll fall for a base hit. Denorfia grabs it. Hey, the leadoff man's on again.
Maybe he should start some 2-out rallies.
I'm telling you. They had the leadoff man on the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 7th, and now the 8th.
And it left 1 on base because after the Gentry base hit last inning, it took just a total of 5 pitches. After 6 pitches to Gentry, 5 pitches to get the next 3 out. So maybe the A's can, I mean, worst case scenario, they get somebody up in the bullpen for the Mariners. That's a positive.
Yeah, at this point.
They could hit one of those low screamers and hit it over the jagged edge.
Now Cook joins Chavez.
It's Brian Anderson and there's catcher getting a chance to see how Cook throws.
2-0. And the ball's in the dirt. Nobody can find it. And Norris will go to second.
That's the extreme of keeping the ball down low. And that was down low. Sucre with a hand behind the back, even with the runner on base. Couldn't find it. Paxton pointing, which always helps. Where are you pointing?
Furbush. Well, we are going to maybe get into the bullpen. It's a good bullpen.
They have a good.
2-0 to Fryman. 3-0 to Fryman. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Paxton so far in the game. Rick Waits, the pitching coach, is going to come out.
Waiter could maybe be upset with Paxton, saying, you know, you made my job pretty easy tonight for 7 innings. Don't blow it. You know.
Yeah, now I got to come out.
Chance for both to get up in the bullpen and start throwing.
Medina and Furbush.
Medina's been great for the Mariners out of the pen, and like you said, a very good bullpen. It's a Rick Waits who had a nice career with the Indians, the Rangers.
So 3-0 to Fryman. Soto will be next, and after Soto it'll be Reddick. And that one is a strike, 95 miles an hour. So Paxton has not lost a whole lot of velocity.
A's have all those left-handed hitters sitting on the bench, but so far have not been able to bring anybody in. Paxton pitching into the 8th inning.
And there's a walk. So the A's have something going here in the 8th inning.
Fans commemorate the A's 2014 season with your own team photo presented by Kingsford Capital Management. Sunday, September the 21st, A's and the Phillies. 10,000 fans will go home with a 2014 team photo, a perfect souvenir for collecting autographs. For information and tickets, head to athletics.com/tickets. That's a good-looking photo. John Jesu taking batting practice today, so he's encouraged. And the concussion symptoms put him on the 7-day disabled list. Oh, don't cute.
Soto has walked and lined to short. He's need a bunch of base runners. And that one missed inside, 1-1. That may have been a better pitch than the first one that was called a strike.
Soto's had a couple of the low strikes called on him tonight. Hit the ball hard as last at bat, happened to be right at the middle of the shortstop.
So he's trying to work the bottom of the strike zone and get a ground ball. Now he's fallen behind in the count, 2-1. Reddick and Callaspo, the next two hitters. And that one's hit hard. Seager backhand spins out at second, out at first, and that's a double play. 5-4-3 double play, third time that the Mariners have turned a double play, and that one may have been the smoothest of them all. It was a hard hit ball.
But if you want to watch smoothness, watch Cano at second base. Watch this. Just step on the bag, step back, and just flick the ball underneath. And gets a lot on the throw. There's the play, though. Seager making the backhanded play. Once he caught it, the second, Cano turns the double play so casually, but a lot on his throw. And an easy double play. That's the third tonight, turned by the Mariners against the A's.
First pitch to Reddick. Off speed pitch is low. Reddick has hit into one of those double plays, and he has also grounded out. So he's 0 for 2. Couple of gold gloves for Robinson Cano. There is certainly a style to how Robinson Cano plays defensively, and whether you think it's too nonchalant or not, the only thing that matters is the results, and he is very good defensively.
Yes, and really it's kind of casual, but having fun, getting the job done.
Soft hands.
Yep. A lot of confidence, and you win a couple of gold gloves, you can play some defense, and to have his numbers offensively at a second base position, which typically is more of a defensive position than offensive, and he has the complete package. The Yankees knew it. The Mariners definitely knew it by giving him a 10-year contract.
But even that double play, and it looked, very casual. But you look a little deeper into it. He's using the bag to protect himself. He's staying out of the way, which, well, that's what you'd like to do, right?
Absolutely.
If you can.
Yeah. And as much as he gets on the throw by flipping underneath, watch this. Watch underneath, catches, pushes off to the left foot, and there's just the flip. I mean, that's the wrist, the hands. He doesn't muscle anything, whether he's hitting or throwing. But he throw the curveball to try to preserve a shutout or challenge him with a fastball.
And he just missed outside. Close pitch. So Reddick walks, first and third, 2 outs.
Well, the double play huge because of the only lefty in the lineup drawing the walk. Off the plate as the high body camera shows. Wow.
Huh.
Must be the pitch count.
92 pitches. Paxton probably can't believe it. So when it's time for change, take Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
for the final 3 regular season home games of the 2014 season, September the 22nd through the 24th, as the Angels square off in a 3-game set with postseason implications on the line. Tickets now online at athletics.com/tickets or by calling 510-638-GO-AIDS. A's would like to have that be a big series. And in to play some good baseball up until the 21st, as the Angels in for the 22nd to the 24th.
What will the standings look like?
Yeah.
That's the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the final week of the regular season for that series. So James Paxton, a career high 7 2/3 innings. So first and third, 2 outs, and Bob Melvin's going to send up the big fella Adam Dunn. So Dunn is going to face Medina. Everybody in that bullpen's having a good season for the Mariners, and I'm not exaggerating. 2.09 ERA, more strikeouts than innings pitched for Medina, and this is his 56th appearance. So he faces Adam Dunn. First pitch, a swing and a miss, 93 miles an hour, and looked like it had a little sinking action to it. So a good pitch from Medina.
Throw 97 with a 4-seam fastball, but the sinking action is the 2-seam fastball he throws.
There's a line drive to right field, base hit. Norris trots in to score, and the A's are on the board. So Adam Dunn with an RBI single. Stroked it into right field.
Now Sogard's going to go in and play defense, so he's going to run for Adam Dunn. And a high fastball after the 2-seamer, and I think Medina he has to be happy. This turns out to be a solid single to right field. So Adam Dunn, what production he has already shown, whether starting the lineup, which he'll do tomorrow against King Phoenix, gets it at bat tonight, hits it over the shift, and in front of Denorfia, and Denorfia is going to second. Adam Dunn, Sogard now pinch running for him. That's a huge start.
So the run charge to Paxton. And now the top of the order in Gentry, who's 2 for 3. Gentry takes the first pitch in for a strike. Gentry singled in the 4th, singled again in the 7th. Both times that was leading off an inning. Marr and Furbush now up. Good breaking ball. That's the first time we've seen that big breaking ball from Medina.
Yep. Kind of like Greg Gentry after the 93-mile-an-hour fastball, 2-seamer, got a good curveball, sitting fastball. Alford at it quickly, and contact, couple of hits for him, one to left field, one to right field tonight.
To the backstop with a breaking ball, as Sucre could not block it. Now 2nd and 3rd. Tough to block that one.
Yeah, that's way off the plate. Going very hard. Let's see, a 2-run single and a stolen base and an RBI single. It's a 6-4.
All right.
This looks like you might have to hit the breaking ball after he's thrown a couple to him. Run scored by the Mariners after the sacrifice back in the early part of the game.
That one hit foul, hit somebody's foot, and rolled up the third baseline. I think it was the catcher's foot.
On the shin guard. I think it's always dangerous when a catcher goes down to one knee to catch a ball with 2 strikes. And especially the breaking ball, it's tough to move your body. Several catchers that will do it that way. Takes away really the lateral movement if you go down on one knee when you catch it.
Another 1-2 pitch and a curve that's a bit inside. 2-2 the count.
There are certain umpires you just never know whether it's going to be called or not. And height-wise and location. Unfortunately, Gentry got the call.
Second and third, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. Foul back. That's a good pitch by Medina and a good job to foul it back by Gentry.
Just wonder if Medina's a little bit more concerned about bouncing the hard curve. That, while it was a good curveball, did not have a sharp bite to it that a couple were thrown. One that swung and missed, caught by Sucre. The other one a wild pitch. There's a ball in the dirt, not able to be blocked by Sucre. Scores a run, puts another run at third. So maybe that will help Gentry as he elevates the curveball if he continues to throw.
Another curve. That one hit to left field. Ackley hustling back, still going back. It's over his head, and it bounces up over the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Now it's 6-3.
He did throw another curve, but he left it out. Gentry with tremendous power. Third hit of the night, and actually maybe played a little shallow, and ball jumped over his head. And fortunately, the wild pitch put 2 runners in score position because the ground rule double was able to score both. And Gentry, it's RBI's number 11 and 12, third hit of the night, and he's at second, and keep it rolling. Maybe he's happy that Paxton's out of the game. Scored 3 runs since he's left.
So here's Lowry. All 3 coming with 2 outs. This pitch to Lowry is low. Well, Paxton 2 earned runs in 7 2/3 innings. That's closing line on him. Lowry 0 for 3. Fouls it left side, and the count even at 1-1.
Well, now a couple of hits yesterday, and he said the simple answer when interviewed yesterday was, when people ask him, the game looks easy, the rest, he said no. Yeah, the game's not easy. You can't take time off and come back. He happened to get a couple of hits yesterday and trying to keep it going tonight with a big hit to score Gentry.
Pitch, it's foul. So now Lowry behind in the count, 1-2. Adam Dunn had a pinch hit RBI single. Outfield shifted toward left center. 1-2 pitch, and there's a good breaking ball, and Lowry strikes out, but the A's are back in the game. They scored 3 times. So as we go to the 9th inning, it's the Mariners 6 and the A's 3. Broadcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Casino Matrix. Come see for yourself the Casino Matrix difference. Well, the A's have made it a ball game. They scored 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning, so 6-3. Drew Pomeranz has been perfect for 3 innings. Came out in the 6th for Sonny Gray, and he's retired all night. Swing and a miss by Morrison. Sogard now the second baseman.
And this might be a one batter. Cook continues to warm up. And with Denorfia, who had come in for Chavez, due up next, might bring him in for the right-hander.
And that time Morrison got a good look at that curveball and lined it for a base hit. So Morrison is 2 for 4 with a single and a double.
He's going to have a pinch runner.
It's going to be Stephen Romero. So Romero will pinch run, and Bob Melvin's coming out. He looks down, points toward the bullpen. We got a pitching change. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Prius. Always fun to check out the folks having a good time at the ballpark. A cool night at Geico Coliseum as we hit the month of September. September 2nd today. He's trying to keep it a 3-run game. So Ryan Cook comes in. Pomeranz 3+ innings. He was very good. Cook takes over. Appearance number 48. And he's going to face a pinch hitter, James Jones, the left-handed hitter. So we got a pinch runner, Stephen Romero, and a pinch hitter, James Jones.
And the closer, Chef Rodney, loosening.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he leaves all his arrows down there, too.
No, we don't want to see an arrow tonight. Bunts it, and it's gone. So James Jones, a couple series, and we were impressed. Very talented young player, and was playing a lot. But then when they got Austin Jackson, Jones not playing nearly as much. Went back down to the minor leagues.
The Mariners doing something that making a move, trying to get a veteran, which you got in Austin Jackson. Something that for several years didn't have to do because they were not in contention this time of the year. Zarinsik, general manager, extension. Lord McClendon, first-year manager of the Mariners.
Donaldson, who was charging hard, fires to first. Fryman finds the bag, and Speedy Jones is retired, but it's a sacrifice.
Donaldson didn't even look at second, had to hurry because of the speed of Jones. And talk about covering the bag. Getting back was Nate, and his foot all over the bag, and fortunately out of the way so his foot wasn't stepped on by Jones. Donaldson, no hesitation once he caught the ball. Got rid of it quickly with a strong throw.
Here's Miller. Well, the Mariners, they're just trying to add that insurance run on. A couple of ground outs and a walk for the shortstop Brad Miller. We're going to pitch to hit there, fouled it back. All right. That's a nice play. Use two hands, works every time.
Guy got out of the way. She had the glove.
He did. He backed off.
I bet him pounding her on the back hurt more than the ball in the glove.
Reddick coming in, and Reddick grabs it. Had a good jump.
Sometimes you see plays by outfielders like that by Reddick. You think if the ball is scorched, it's going to be a hit. And he can play some outfield. He got a nice jump, charged the ball nicely, and able to track it down. He was looking for a double play, thinking that maybe the runner got aggressive off of the bag at second, but getting back. Reddick was ready, charged, made the play, and trying to get 2 for 1.
So with 2 outs, Sucre will hit, and he takes a fastball there for a strike. In the bottom of the 9th inning, going to be Donaldson, Gomes, Norris, and Fernando Rodney loosening up. So we'll see if there's any changes. Adam Dunn has been used. Sucre has grounded out twice, and he's got a sacrifice bunt. And now he's behind in the count 1-2. Again, day baseball tomorrow. We'll have it for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. A's pregame live starts at 12 o'clock. The ball game at 12:35. Marquee pitching matchup.
So one of the lefties going to be coming off the bench.
Sucre just got a piece of that good cooked slider. Now, the original schedules, the original TV schedules, did not have tomorrow's game being televised, but we have added it, and it will be televised. So come on out. If not, check us out tomorrow on Comcast Sportsnet California. Reddick hustling into foul territory, cannot quite get it.
And running was Romero. He got the kind of the no look taken off to third base, and Ryan Cook just concentrated on Sucre, trying to get him out as quickly as possible.
So another 1-2 pitch to Jesus Sucre. Romero was running, and they're going to get him at second. He tried to sneak off again. Cook said, I don't think so. He spun around, threw back to second, and he gets picked off. And they're going to check it. The Mariners dugout checking it. And it looks like they're saying that's a no-go. So that's how the inning ends. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th, 6-3. Mariners lead.
authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Here's tonight's time to play the game. Craig Gentry, what a night he has had. A couple of hits, including that was the base hit to left field. How about a base hit to right field on the 3-2 fastball? Biggest, though, a couple of runners on base. Gets an off-speed pitch, the breaking ball from Medina. Over the head of Ackley. Ground rule double. 2-run score. Stranded at second, but he's our player of the game tonight with a couple of runs batted in. And the A's trying to get at least 3 in this inning to tie it and take 4 to win it. And it was against the Mariners early in the season.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
39 for 42, 1 home run allowed. Arrows in the 8th inning in Anaheim, but that was then.
But this is now.
This is now.
Smoke at first, Jones at right, Rodney is the pitcher. Fernando Rodney.
He is basically 2 pitches. Fastball at 90s, palm ball.
First pitch to Donaldson is low. Rodney with 39 saves this year, 211 saves in his career. Not close, 2-0 to Donaldson. Stephen Vogt has come out into the on-deck circle, so he's going to hit for Gomes.
You've got Norris and Fryman and so a whole bunch of righties that
Rodney has not really been close with any of his first 3 pitches.
Moss would follow Vogt and hopefully have a couple of runners on. Have him hit a 3-run home run.
93 miles an hour, in for a strike. Donaldson tonight has struck out, hit a fly ball to center field, and he has popped to short. So 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. That's the pitch right there. That palm ball, it just kind of floats up there and then dives a little bit at the end.
It might have been a pitch off the plate. See Sucre setting up right in the middle, but it's all motion for him, and really it's a 50-50. Guess right, guess wrong, but he just throws the 2.
3-2 pitch, strike 3 call. He went with a fastball on the outside corner. So Donaldson called out on strikes, 1 out here in the 9th.
Donaldson taking it. You saw Bob Melvin words mouth that's low, and it might be low. And Donaldson no leg kick this time, just kept the foot down because of the palm ball, especially with 2 strikes, and he can't believe it's called.
So 1 out, and Vogt is going to hit for Gomes. Vogt takes a fastball for a strike. They're trying in right field to keep this game going.
Well, the biggest, actually 2 pitches for Rodney, the 3-1, the 3-2, because it fallen behind. 3-0 was expected to throw it down the middle, but at that point it was the changeup and then the fastball, and Donaldson tried to adjust, thinking the ball was low, trying to get on base to start the inning, and he got rung up. Still can't believe it's called a strike.
So Vogt battling from behind in the count. Derek Norris is in the on-deck circle.
Take a look at this defensive alignment, as straight up as you'll ever see a team set up today.
And there it is again, the palm ball. And Vogt swings and misses. 2 outs here in the 9th inning. That was a good pitch right there, boys. Watch the location.
Look how hard he throws it. At least how hard it leaves his hand, but it's a changeup, and he's got all that motion. The 94 fastball that he threw Donaldson makes you understand why you have to at least think about the fastball, but then it pulls the string and don't have much of a chance.
So Norris steps in with 2 outs. And the first pitch is lined toward left center field. That's going to get down. Cut off nicely by Ackley. He fires back to second base, and Norris just gets in.
I don't know if Derek Norris saw that Ackley had cut off the ball in left field, thought maybe it had gone to the wall. It's going to be an easy double, but once he did cut off the ball, strong throw in and made it a close play. One of those that you're saying, please, I don't want to be thrown out with down by 3 runs, 2 outs in the 9th inning, and that's how close it was as Cano gave the deke at second. Norris, at one point, actually thought about stopping. He probably saw that the ball had been cut off by Ackley, but watch the foot pop off the bag, stays on, stays on, stays on, and he's holding the tag. Cano finally lost his balance.
So a correct slide, huh?
How about that? Feet first.
Feet first.
Kept straight on and kept the foot on the bag. That's the biggest thing.
Here's Boss, who hits one high in the air. Ackley toward the left field corner, and he slides, and he cannot quite make the catch. Heck of an effort by Dustin Ackley.
Country. That could be a huge boost for Brandon Moss. Stays on the changeup after fouling the fastball. Goes down and shows the power. And rips it to right field past the right fielder Jones. But nice swing showing the power and the strength of Brandon Moss on the changeup from Rodgers. Amazing. Hit the fastball down the left field line. Pulled the changeup down the right field line.
So back-to-back doubles. The A's get a run here in the 9th. So Sanford to hit for Soto. O'Flaherty starts to throw. First pitch, inside corner, a strike.
Sanford needs to find a way to get on base. And base hit to drive in run would be great, but just to get on base to bring the go-ahead run to the plate in Reddick. Sanford, not known for a lot of home runs, did hit a big one in Houston.
And this one's popped up, and it'll reach the seats, so now it's 0-2.
Ford got a fastball in Houston in a tie game. Gave the A's a 2-run lead that they held on to win, and Eric O'Flaherty's first major league save.
Rodney looking for his 40th save of the year. The only guy who has more saves in the American League is Greg Holland from the Kansas City Royals. But the A's trying to spoil that. 0-2 to Ford. Broken bat. Flip job foul near the A's dugout. So this inning on strikeout, strikeout, double, double.
Flair and a home run. Take anything. Sam Fold does not strike.
0-2 pitch, hit to right field. Jones on the move. He's not going to get it. It's another double, and it's 6-5.
And Canby left another palm ball up. And Laura McClendon is going to go talk to him, but Rodney with an off-speed pitch, and just like Brandon Moss, full gut and upper body. It's going to be an easy double. Happen to be a ground rule. He might have gotten a triple out. That would have been nice for a wild pitch, but right now, another double.
So 3 consecutive doubles. And the tying run is at second base. Winning run is in the batter's box, and it's Josh Reddick.
Well, Josh Reddick has to have the same approach that Moss and Fold have had in this inning. Derek North's got a fastball, Moss and Fold change-ups, and they both hammered him down the right field line. It'd be nice if Reddick could hit a home run, but he doesn't need to try to hit one. Just get a base hit.
So Reddick steps in. He's 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the 8th inning. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Sogard is the on-deck hitter.
This is why closers like 3-run leads.
Ain't that the truth? Reddick taps one slowly toward the shortstop. Miller fires to first, and that's the ball game. So the A's come up short. They score 2 in the 9th, but Fernando Rodney gets Josh Reddick to ground out, and the Mariners hang on and win it by a final score of 6-5. James Paxton gets the win. He's now 5-1, and Fernando Rodney gets a scare, but he gets his 40th save of the year. So the series is tied at a game apiece, and tomorrow, day baseball, we'll have it for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet California, starting at noon. Final score, the Mariners 6, the Athletics 5. You've been watching A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California. Don't go away. A's Postgame Live with Brody Brazil and Shooty Babbitt starts right now.